So what separates firms that treat risk as a cost center from those that turn it into a growth driver?
Um, well, I think that question is so core to what I think risk management, if done right, and
Mm,
compliance, if done right, really achieves, right? So I don't know if I certainly didn't coin it because I'm not being paid royalties for it, but protect and grow your business, right? That's
right.
really what that's the centerpiece of kind of what we do and why we do it. Um, and ultimately, I think the reason we should be doing this work is to help companies, grow their business. So sure, you could look at it as I just need to get this compliance project done, this report done. Um, but ultimately, it's every cost should have a purpose, right? And that purpose is to help achieve a certain outcome, help grow a particular relationship, but also to help improve processes, right? And so I think companies that really kind of separate between just doing this thing as a cost to those that turn it into a growth driver, they really see what is the current and future benefit of doing this compliance, right? I'm not just getting over this hurdle today, but now I'm unlocking certain relationships. Maybe I'm now setting up processes to be ready for future requirements as well. And so, cyber compliance is no different than any other kind of piece of compliance, but um, I think if you're just treating it as a cost center, you're definitely limiting the tangible benefits that you can get. And I get it depends on, where you're at in your journey and the growth cycle, et cetera. But I think the compliance and risk management can both minimize risk and maximize revenue.
Yeah, so I want to dig a little deeper into that.
Yeah.
And you said something really important that it can really minimize risk and maximize revenue. So, what components or factors actually change when the board sees risk as a strategy and not necessarily a threat or a hindrance to their bottom line? Like, how does that look for a person like yourself when you're having conversations and you're in the room with board executives and top tier individuals, and they're like, okay, what's the risk, and how do we mitigate it? But you're like, no, this is strategic, this is a strategy. Like, what should change, or what should we be looking for in those type of conversation?
Yeah. It really changes the mindset of the team that's managing risk and the decisions that they're going to make, right? So we sort of shift away from I'm just making decisions so I could have a certain outcome or a specific result that I need to communicate in the next quarter. But I really know, truthfully, if I was given a little bit more runway and people understood, I'd actually get to a better outcome in say 6 or 12 months, right? But I
Yeah.
need people to understand that. And we should be held accountable for sure. So that's really what changes, and you have to have data behind what
Mm.
um, you're talking about, but that I think is really the key. It'll change behaviors in such a positive way because we're sort of removing the restrictions on people,